All right. So let's kick this off. It's been 14
James
months.
Hetfield.
Oh,
Christ, when was the
Give or
last one we
take.
recorded?
it's been a long time.
Apparently it was Strawberry, who I totally forgot we recorded with, if I'm totally honest.
Strawberry.
I love Strawberry. Strawberry, he's my fruity boy. So I feel terrible about that. But, what are you going to do? So we are coming back to talk to the top 5 picks of the season 12 draft, right?
That's where we are, yeah.
Yeah, I think we
Okay,
did. We did do the 11, so I think
can't
we're on
count.
the 12s.
I thought it was season 12 for like 9 sessions of season 11. So I was waiting for a long time. So
The fun part is that MLN is like the same, but then goes ahead, and it's like slightly off one or like, yeah. So it gets.
I don't know how
confusing.
you people keep 2 leagues straight.
I can't keep the 1 league straight, and I run it.
So we welcome season 12 first overall pick, Cat with a Bat. Welcome,
Hello.
Cat.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
So you saw all the questions that we generally have.
Indeed.
And so we're just going to jump right in, and you can meander or tangent away.
Okay.
Or just whatever you want to do. You can ignore us and do your own thing.
Yeah.
So
The
we
time
start
is yours.
off. The time is yours, basically. We start off with the story behind your name. I assume you are feline, and I assume you bludgeon people.
Close. I guess. Not a huge story there. I just I couldn't really think of anything. I was overthinking. Classic. And obviously I love cats, and my only real knowledge of the types of names that people use in MLR was my husband's name, Elijah Walker. So I kind of thought, oh, like human kind of name, but that I don't know, something about that, like I didn't feel like I could identify with the human name other than my own human name, if that makes any sense whatsoever.
Yeah, like I couldn't have named my dude like fucking Tim Davis.
Right. That just feels
My name's not
Hey,
fucking
whoa,
Tim.
whoa, let's not bash that.
I don't know
name
why
too
Tim
much.
Davis
It's really
is so
close.
funny.
right. Right.
Kind of close, man.
No
Let's
doxing
relax.
anybody, damn
Let's
it.
relax on that one.
But yeah, cats. I mean, I love cats, and I'm sure when my husband was like rapid firing throwing out name suggestions, there was at least one cat sitting with us, and he said cat with a bat, and I said stop it, perfect, right there, done.
Wrap it up. Go home.
Yep.
Yeah,
Love it.
That's
I love it.
that's all, folks.
it's funny you said. When I was looking at the fucking forum too, I like kind of had the same thing where I was like, I know for a fact that people probably use like names that are real names, just like real baseball players, like a
Yeah,
couple
like baseball
little bit
names.
off, or like fucking like Jeff Dinger hitter. Like first time I saw Jeff, I was like, yeah, that's not a surprising name, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But sitting there, you're also like, but then are there just straight up names that are just, my cock? Sort of shit.
Course.
And then you're like, what? There's like some categories to fall into. You're like, am I gonna go with like an extremely vulgar name and just do that, or am I gonna do like just a straight up character, or is it gonna be like a real person sort of name, or like a name that I use everywhere? And after like 2 minutes of thinking of that, I was like, I gotta pick in the next 30 seconds, or I'm never gonna pick.
Right, it's a tough decision. And when I joined the FCB server, I had only ever used Discord for playing video games with my brothers. So like I had my real first name on there, my real face as my profile picture, and my husband was like, "Hey, you should change that before you start talking." I was like, "Oh shit, what am I supposed to change it to?" So I kind of lurked in there all day until I figured out what to change it to before I actually said anything.
Yeah, no, you were preaching to the choir on that. That was the same way. Like, it literally, I think my Discord join date is like 2016, and for like the first 5 years of that shit, it was just like, I don't know, it's like in like one server and just like with 2 channels and a voice channel. Like, it's sort of
Right.
shit.
I had no
So yeah,
concept of doxing. I had no idea what doxing meant.
it's like,
I
what do you
actually kind of
mean?
had
I was
the
like, what?
inverse of that where I ran like we did a here's how Philly scouting works sort of introduction to some rookies. I don't know how long ago, like season 10 or maybe it was season 11, and I had all of my I had all of my stuff as like my real name because it's like my Microsoft Office stuff. So I was showing them some sheets,
Yeah.
whatever. And so I changed everything to Chalk Banana and then just forgot about it. And then I had like an interview with the client to be like, hey, let's talk about what you need or whatever.
Oh
And
no.
then I sign into Teams and he's like, who's Chalk Banana? I'm like, I have no idea. That's really weird. They must have just assigned me a random name.
So
I'll
weird.
change it right now.
It
And
could have been so much worse though.
Dude,
If you
and
had one of
oh,
the
you,
it could have
super
been
vulgar
oh,
names.
totally.
oh, it could have been so much
Oh
worse.
God.
Totally. But what I'm immediately thinking of, is like a few months ago we were interviewing for a position and it was like straight up, like my manager and then like three coworkers and we like all asked questions and stuff to the people. And of like my manager, the HR person being like, yeah, it's so funny. Like when I went to message them, their name was like randomly set and then somebody else being like, nah, it associates with your email. It's not random. Like it's not random. Like, like totally explain it. Just like this is you're trying to
Nice
give them the
try.
benefit of the doubt, but that's not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
It would have been better chalk if they were like, "Oh my God, chalk banana, I'm so and so," and it was wrong.
Oh, that would
No,
have
it
been
was definitely
legendary.
and it wasn't like a high stakes thing. It was very much
Yeah,
so like a friendly, informal thing. But it was like, it's like, hey, your real name. Why are you Chalk Banana? What does that even mean?
yeah,
And it's like, it's a silly thing from a thing. I don't know why it's on there. Like my wife we did Zoom poker games over the pandemic
Oh,
with some people that I knew from something totally different. And she put on some pretty vulgar names the one time she played just because it was like a room full of dudes. And then,
I
we
bet
had to
that
make
brought
sure
the
we
fucking
changed
house
that.
down, by the way.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean that was where I first learned that people did things like 420 and 69. Like that's what our bets
Yeah,
were. It was just basically everyone's like raising
yeah,
420 or
yeah,
whatever. So yeah.
yeah.
But yeah, it's hard. Like it's I still sometimes talk like, when you make references to yourself and say like, hey, I'm gonna do this, do that. And sometimes you say like, oh, it's a bad day for me, but you use your name because that's how we talk now. I sometimes almost say chalk, and I really gotta stop doing
Never forget when Chalk was telling a story one time on this very podcast,
that. Yeah.
and in the throes of the peak of the story, exclaimed his real name on
Yes.
accident.
Well, that's because that's what the
Yes.
person said to me. So
Yeah.
We had to cut that part, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Dayman is
It
good.
was
And
fucking
so,
hilarious. It was so
Rip.
goddamn funny.
Kat, you should feel very safe here. Everything is editable. Everything is deletable. You can say whatever
Beautiful.
you want about MLR or your husband, and we can make sure
Us.
they
Oh
never hear
my gosh.
it.
About my husband. What are you expecting?
I don't know. I want to hear power rankings dirt. That's what I want to hear. But I
I
won't.
can't
God.
promise we won't remember, but no one else
Oh
will.
yeah, yeah. And we'll let him know.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
yeah, yeah. So, what's the next question?
Are we
Anyone
gonna play an
remember?
activity or are we gonna not do an activity? We
Nah,
we vary,
I'm
so it
doing
doesn't
something right
matter.
now. Give me like 10 minutes. I can play some golf or whatever.
I lost my questions. That's because
What
V.
drew
Okay.
me to MLR?
Yes. Why are you here?
My
Why are
husband
you?
entirely. I can't tell you how many times he asked me to join. He says it wasn't very many. I remember it very differently. He just kept saying, like, you would like this, you should do it. And I'm like, oh, that's a lot of people, and that's a lot of time you spend on that, and that's a lot of work with all your spreadsheets. So I turned him down many times on it, and then he kind of eventually dropped it until it was the beginning of FCB signups. And I guess he was kind of like one last ditch effort. Hey, it's the perfect time to join. And I ended up taking like a day or two to even answer him, but I was like, okay, I'll give it a shot. And he fully expected me to say no, but I said yes. And I said, like, worst case, if I hate it, I'm just gonna say that I don't want to be drafted. So that's not how that ended up.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yeah. No, he knew me. He knew I'd get into it. I just am resistant to new things.
Amen. Like
Yeah,
the
I'm with
last
that.
6 months has been all new things, so I'm with you.
Ooh.
Oh yeah, we're not
Yucky.
going to talk about all that. What?
Gross.
What? But okay, so Elijah got you in the door. What
hmm
made you change to the this isn't nearly as bad as I thought it was going to be?
Um, I mean, the people, I guess. Like I was really open and honest through like the combine and my whole FCB experience that like that was a scary thing for me and I was having a lot of anxiety the whole time, but I was having a lot of fun. So it made the anxiety worth it. And like every time I would talk to like a new person, like I literally would get shaky hands. And I remember Rusty giving me like this pep talk in the combine of like, hey, like this is the place to be. Like everybody's so nice and, it's just really genuine people drawing me into it. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. No one else likes that, but I like it, Kat. So I'll continue to say
Oh,
that that's awesome.
thanks. Thanks.
I I had a similar experience and I've come from online communities that were less awesome, and
Yeah.
I've said it about 75 times in this podcast, so I won't go over it again, but just like it's still surprising to me that no one here sucks as bad as like the average member of the online internet community you will
Yeah,
find.
and if they do, they get banned.
So true. So true.
And if they do, they get banned. Like there's consequences most of the time for your actions, which is lovely. So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the people, all right, and then you went to I'm going out of order here, but you went to Pittsburgh.
Uh-huh.
How are you feeling about Pittsburgh?
I was great. I mean, I've kind of the same things I already just said, but they've got just really great, genuine, kind people. The vibes are really good. The positivity's good, even when we're losing, which I'm trying not to look at all right now. We're in the bottom of the sixth, down by one. Uh, on game of the
Oh yeah.
moment.
Winning's
Thanks,
hard.
guys.
They're not
Winning's
engagement.
hard.
Did they change it? Hang on.
Yeah, they
West.
Oh,
changed
they
it.
changed it. Thank
They
fuck. I
changed
don't want to be
it.
on it anymore.
I
Oh,
didn't do it.
shush.
I don't want to be on that anymore.
But yeah, even when we're just losing and losing, like the vibes are good, the positivity's there, the people are great. Weller's really great. Yeah, they're nice people.
The Tuscaloosa tornado.
Oh yes, absolutely. That is one of the ways he introduced himself the very first time he messaged me.
Yeah. Yep. That's pretty on brand.
It
Uh-huh.
sounds like
Honestly, a top 5 moment for me as well are running through all his names on the podcast. That was just amazing. I love that. I love that.
Yeah, that
We
was
played
like
Uh,
for this one.
it was like in Game of Thrones when they introduced people for the first time. That was while they're going through all his fucking names.
AKA.
Tuscaloosa tornado, first of his name, breaker of fucking
Oh.
saxophones,
Mother of
Truly.
Dragon.
yeah.
mother of
Wow.
something.
I've not heard mother of anything. That's a new one.
Well,
I might have
sometimes.
inflated him with someone else.
I'm just gonna call him mother now, see how it goes.
No.
Honestly, he would probably just embrace it.
Careful what
I'm
you
sh-
wish for.
I'm sure he would. We already call him dad, so
Yeah.
he's very,
it's
very sweet.
not a big jump.
Sorry, my cat just actually did something annoying. So
Yeah.
You say that like cats
Ding
don't
ding ding ding
do
ding.
anything.
How long did it take? 15 minutes?
Ah, that's a new record.
Put it in the book.
Put it put it in the book. Clerk?
that is
Have a notary.
that is Mac, who is a Mac.
Oh, man.
He's started it's warmed up again, so he started trying to run outside, which is super awesome.
Oh yeah, my
Um,
cat's been doing that too.
Mm.
Yeah, and like yesterday, or not yesterday,
Henry.
a couple days ago, I had to take my kids somewhere, and while we were on the way out, I was like, you know what, grab this mail that got delivered. My mailman, he's a nice guy, but he's not good at his job, and he puts my neighbor's mail
It's
in my
a low
mailbox about
fucking
once
bar.
every second week. It is a really low bar. So I'm like, hey, take this over next door to Maria, and then so the kid runs over to do it, and then she's like, I hear dad outside. I'm like, crap, is like Maria okay? Because Maria's old, and
Yeah.
she's like, do I put it in the mailbox or do I knock? I'm like, just knock. Like, what do
You're
you
the
think?
mailman. Why are you asking me?
So so I'm like sitting there talking her through this, and of course the
Get
cat runs out, and I'm like,
Gotta
I
give
don't
a
have time to get
tutorial
you
to the
right now.
mailman.
I just
It's
gotta
not
go. I
the
gotta go
mailman,
get another
it's his
kid.
kid.
I'm done.
Nope.
So I think they missed the fact that it was my kid. Yeah, that's okay.
It's all right.
Um,
It makes the
Mailman,
joke funnier.
mailman in training.
I
yes.
guess.
Well,
MMIT.
may she
So close,
actually get
so
a
close to
job.
MIT.
I'm sure that's at the
Uh,
top of your kids' desires of profession.
What do you want to do when you grow up? A
Mailman.
mailman.
There
It's a
are worse.
postal carrier.
There are
Okay.
worse aspirations.
there's
There
nothing
are.
wrong with being a mailman.
No.
I would love for my kid to have such stable employment.
Just to piss my mom off, I used to say I wanted to be a garbage man whenever she would ask me, like when I was in high school. But I'd say sanitation engineer.
I had a friend to move to New Jersey to be a trash man because he heard how much they made.
And
your
did
friend
I
he
don't
in
know
get
the
if
the
he ever
mob?
did
job?
Oh.
that though.
It's really hard to get those jobs.
I'm sure.
Yeah, because they're like fucking. I mean, that was
Yes.
like the basis of the mob. They would just
Yes.
control those like huge contracts, and it's just one big union. You
Yes.
just get all those people to agree with you, and then you kind of can fucking influence that sort of very niche market any way you want.
Yeah.
The Sopranos is a banger show.
Oh, my husband's been trying to get me to watch Sopranos. Well, not
I
really
don't know
trying,
why,
but
like
he
we've
says
been
I wouldn't
watching
like it.
HBO lately, and like that it's been advertised a bunch lately. I'm just like,
Wait,
why
he's trying
now?
to get
Why
you to
this
watch
is-
it, but says you won't like it.
Well, I say trying to get me to watch it. Not really trying to get me to watch it. Just talking enthusiastically about it for 5 years.
It's a
But
good
he
show.
acknowledges
That's
that I
a,
wouldn't
most
like it.
most of us have been doing that for a long time with that show. It's a banger show.
It's a really good show. It's hard to watch sometimes because it's
Yeah,
hard to watch sometimes. But it's a really
like
good
it
show.
is. That is not a show. Like I feel like I don't know. Like my girlfriend would not like that. Would not like The Sopranos. We were just watching something on HBO, and like an ad came up for it, and I was thinking that too. I was just like, you would just not like that show. It's so good. Like she liked The Wire, but like it took a little bit of me kind of fucking like pushing it pretty hard, and like being like, no, and it took like one or two tries for us to kind of like get through it.
If she didn't get through The Wire, she's not going to do Sopranos probably. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Of like, it was like
Yeah.
we got there and like she liked it, but I was like, I don't think that it's not as applicable. The school season was what really got her on the Wire.
It's a hard yeah. It's a hard show. It's a good show. It's a hard show.
Has anybody been watching The Pit? That was what we were watching
No,
where that
but
came
I've
up.
I
seen
need
a little
to.
about it.
Oh man,
I've heard it's so
everybody
good.
should go watch that show right now.
Watching Band of Brothers right now.
Ooh,
late.
Band of
Brothers
Brothers
is
is
so good.
so fucking good.
So good.
I watched the craziest Vietnam documentary last week. It was nutso and had a bunch of shit in it that I'd never seen or heard before. It had like a bunch of fucking archival like tapes and shit. It was fucking nuts.
Well, all right.
Man, Band of Brothers so fucking good.
So
too.
good. So good.
I've rewatched that like not too long, like it's been like a year probably now, but I watched that for the first time only like a couple years ago. So good.
Most recently,
watched-
I forced my husband through Bridgerton, so that was nice.
That always
My
gets
wife was
fucking
watching that.
shoved in my face on platforms.
It's so good.
Is it?
It's so good.
I feel like it's good, but like I just know that it's not for me. I'm not the fucking audience,
I mean,
so
maybe
I
your
just
girl,
don't.
maybe your girlfriend.
Maybe,
You watch
yeah.
it with her. It's pretty
True,
girly.
maybe I'll see if she wants to watch it, and I'll skulk in.
I'm also like very into like, like the Downton Abbey and oh gosh, there's another one. Bridgerton, Downton Abbey, everything from that like, dramatized era. Chef's
Yeah.
kiss.
In graduate school, I worked on a Victorian era book,
Mm.
and it was very much sometimes like so fucking on point. Like I would see shit like even just like ads for like Downton Abbey and like those sort of like period drama pieces,
Mhm.
and it was like deja vu. And I would like go to like read something at work, and I'd be like, this is so fucking on point. These two things could be the same thing. Like if you blindfolded me, I would not be able to tell you what was a script and what was an actual historical fucking like piece of like evidence or like publication we're going through. And it's kind of funny, but also makes me think of both kind of unseriously.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah, it was crazy, but that's why I'm like I feel like those shows are just not for me, but I can still appreciate it. Just like I'm sure they're good. Shows
Fair
with a lot
enough.
of killing and gore in them, though. I'm not gonna lie.
Eh.
Band of Brothers is a
That's why I
pretty
honestly
good.
haven't watched The Pit, is because I can't deal with any more like gritty reality.
Ooh, yeah,
Mm.
some of the
I
shit.
am.
Oh, yeah,
I've been
I do
enjoying
close
like
my eyes in some of that.
mm, I was all about the Canadian Sexy Boys. What was it?
What?
Heated
I love
Rivalry.
you one. There we go.
Oh God.
Oh, I loved it. I'd
You
watch it
mean
again right now.
you mean gay
You didn't
porn
like
with
it?
a dash of hockey? I haven't seen it.
Oh, V, it's
Oh,
really not that
it's
bad.
softcore
I will
gay
I will tell you,
pornography.
the
With a dash of
Foley work
hockey.
in that
Hmm.
show is somebody is really good at making blowjobs sound good. Like it's
You know what's
really
Whoa.
weird.
you know what's
What?
really
It's
funny
really
is I
weird.
saw somebody who watched the show and they were like, "This is a really good show. It's really good." I want more hockey.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like I actually
I don't
want to see them play on the ice and the relationship build on that half of it and how they got to the playoffs and all this.
it is I don't think it's really that bad. I think if you watch any HBO show, like the sex is like way toned down. It's just two dudes, so it stands out more, I think, for people because we don't see that as often. I
I
really
feel
don't
like
think it's that bad.
I can just imagine some guy being like, "Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I
Yeah.
really like all the guys being buddies and like all that sort
They're a
of
little
stuff
more
of
than
it.
buddies, to be fair, but
I like that's fine. I'm totally cool with that. But like, can we get maybe a little bit more scenes of them actually playing hockey on the ice? Just a little.
Let's go watch
I'm fine
hockey.
with the. Don't get me wrong. I'm fine with all the other stuff.
not that there's
I can
anything
just
wrong with
imagine
that.
that conversation. Me personally, I'm like, whatever. If you want it to be
At that
just
point,
you
just
got to know
go
that
watch
shit
real
right
hockey.
away.
I
Like,
I
yeah,
really
don't go
don't think
into it expecting you're watching hockey.
I have seen more. I mean, romantic dramatic shows on HBO with way more sex in them. Like there was way more in an episode of Game of Thrones than there ever was
Or like
in
Entourage. Did you watch Entourage? Yeah, Entourage
no,
people.
no. I like myself, so I didn't watch Entourage. I'm sorry.
That's
I
fair.
have no idea what Entourage is like. So
That's fair. I would say like it's pretty like especially the early seasons are like pretty decent like HBO like nudity scale, but there is some pretty legendary scenes where they live next to Bob Saget and his house is constantly filled with topless prostitutes.
Oh
And
my.
it turns out that was just him. He wasn't acting. He was actually a terrible person.
yeah, Bob is
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah, which is like that's what's bad about that show is like they interact with like every single episode is like multiple super famous actors and shit because they're just like running around LA and some of them have aged like fine wine and other ones are just like nope, all the next door neighbor Bob Saget jokes are not fucking funny anymore because like yeah, some of that HBO stuff is like not aged fucking well in that terms, but
Yeah. So, Kat, back
Yeah.
to fake baseball. Um, what?
no, no. What other shows you been watching? You watch any other good shows lately?
There you go, Kat. Tell us
Need
what to watch.
recommendations.
We're rewatching Stranger Things so that we can,
Naturally.
since it's so fucking long between seasons, we don't remember
Yeah.
what happened since the new season came out. So I think we're in fourth season right now, I think. So we've been rewatching that. And then we're kind of on a Survivor break right now. We only discovered Survivor like, I don't know, a year ago, and there's like I think the 50th season is coming
Yeah.
out.
It's
So we,
it's something like that.
yeah, so we had quite a few seasons to watch there, but we've really slowed down on that. Mostly it's been Stranger Things lately. After after we got through the newest season of Bridgerton, of course.
Yeah, of course, of
Of
course.
course.
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Oh, and James Bond movies. That's been another
Like
thing.
starting with the like old ones.
He wanted to start with the Daniel Craig ones, but I just do my nails during them.
Yeah. When I was a kid, like one of the like main sets of fucking VHS tapes we had was some of like the original like 8 or 10 James Bond movies. Like
There's so many.
I'm talking fucking obviously Sean Connery, but like we even had
Mhm.
some what the fuck was that guy's name? He was in one James Bond. What
Oh
was
yeah,
that guy's
the
name?
dude is. I know who you're talking about. And I can't remember
In
his.
it License to Kill, I think.
Yeah,
Either
there's a
License to Kill
reason.
or Live and Let Die.
There's a reason he's only in 1, 2, and it's actually not like a bad reason, but I can't remember what the reason was
Timothy
or his name.
Dalton.
Yeah, yeah, yes, yes,
you sure?
yes.
Was he only in 1? Are we sure?
If he was in one, that is definitely that guy. License to Kill, right?
I have no
Somebody
idea.
look it up.
I don't like James Bond. I've never.
Who's our
Yeah,
I've
fucking
seen like
not a fan.
moderator? Come on,
I've seen a
dude.
little
Fine.
bit of Casino Royale.
That is the one. He's in License to Kill, but he's been in more than that.
Oh,
He was
okay.
in
Who
6
the
of
fuck?
them.
But yeah, anyways, I fucking used to watch the like super old ones all the time, and they're so good. Daniel Craig is by far the best one though. Let me just say.
George I don't know how to say that last name. George Lazenby is the only actor to play James Bond
Yes,
just once.
I
What
think it's
movie is it?
Lazenby. I could
Lazenby.
be wrong.
There you go. That sounds fine. Who cares?
But the Phillies just scored, which was nice.
Oh, nice.
So
Who?
yeah, who? The Phillies, the best
Oh,
team in
I
MLR.
just didn't hear you. Not that I don't know who the Phillies
It
are.
wasn't a roast. It wasn't a roast.
The intentions are good.
The best fake baseball team in fake Pennsylvania. So how do you did you
Damn,
expect to go in
record
1
comparison
overall?
there.
Like, did you see that coming? Like, could you
Um,
tell Weller was a cat person?
I don't think I interacted with Weller at all until like 11 days before the draft. Oh, there it is, right on cue. But yeah, whether I expected it or not totally depends on what point in FCB, because like the whole first chunk, I'd be like, gosh, no, not at all. And then the power rankings? No, mock drafts start coming out, and I'm like kind of towards the top, and I'm like, maybe. And then from that point on, it's just a cycle of constant, maybe to no, definitely not. And then it was 11 days before the draft. I think someone had mentioned like that no scouts had messaged them, so they were saying like they were sad they probably weren't going to get drafted. But then Charlie, the main pirate scout, had said like I haven't messaged anyone. I've just been trolling them in their FCB clubhouses by emoji reacting to their messages for the people that we're more interested in. And I thought that meant they weren't picking me because I didn't notice any emoji reactions, but I guess it's just because there was enough going on in our clubhouse. But by the time he reacted, the messages were like off the screen, out of mind, moving on.
Yes.
So he
Yeah.
actually had been reacting to my messages. I just didn't notice. And so I thought that meant they weren't picking me. And I was like, oh, it is what it is. Okay. And then I kid you not, like 3 or 4 hours later, Weller messages me and introduces himself, and he's like, "Hey, we want to pick you. Do you want to be picked by us?" And I was like, "Oh shit! Well, that was a roller coaster."
Yeah, I definitely
Uh,
remember telling
so
people too,
what
like
did you
that.
say? Did you say yes, you wanted to be picked by him?
I, that is how I am where I am. Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes. But also, I didn't really expect it most of the time, but I was looking back, just for nostalgia factor, on the day that I joined the FCB server. Um, Joel Justice asked my husband, "So what happens when you pass your wife in the draft?" Because I think at the time Texas was picking like 1.8 before they moved up to 1.3. And my husband said, It doesn't matter because she's going first overall, so I don't have to pass her up. And he was dead serious. Like I asked him if he was joking like the other day when I found that message. He's like, "No, I was dead serious. I knew." I was like, "Well, that makes one of us."
The guy's power
Yeah, that's a
rankings are terrible,
surprise.
but at least he knows the draft.
I agree. I agree. This is fact checked by a true American patriot. Elijah hates the Padres. You heard it. You heard it here. You heard it every week, where we get put in the fucking bottom 20. Anyway,
I'm not
And here's
authorized.
J-Man to tell us how dumb we are for caring
getting
about
off my
power rankings.
yep. I don't care, but I do. A
Yeah.
massive
No, I'm
amount.
not here to say that. I'm saying that you
Oh,
should
you
care.
totally railed on me about it before. I'm
You
waiting
should
for it
care
now.
more about. No, I said it's dumb to get upset about it. Not that they don't matter.
You know what? Everything
They
is
actually
dumb to get
matter a
upset
lot.
about because there's no point in getting upset about anything. But I'm going to be upset about this, and that's okay. I appreciate how much Elijah puts into it. So,
Yes.
and
Can't
I'm
say he
also
doesn't
glad.
try.
I'm glad that he respects his wife's status as a top pick. So that's good. So you saw it coming as much as one allows it. That makes sense. And I think we already asked you if you like the Buccos, and you do.
Mhm.
Can you explain to me? I don't really pay attention much in Maine, especially in general, but I heard there was a shift from piss to shit. Is that a thing?
Oh God.
There's no shit. There's
Okay, that's not a
Arksy.
thing.
That is entirely
Well,
Arksy
that's just
shitting his
Arksy.
pants constantly. Yes, no, that's the thing. But there has been a shift away from the piss. That's been locked to one channel, and the clubhouse was renamed to Pittsburgh, spelled correctly. So yes, there was a shift away from
What?
piss, but it was not replaced.
Wait.
What?
We're taking away the S's?
And like, yeah, replace
Are you
that?
guys still gonna pee in the hot tub in the elimination hotel?
No,
You're still gonna pee in the hot tub, right?
no,
What the
there's.
fuck?
I'm so sorry.
Wow. It's the end of
That
an era.
End of an
Time to
era.
retire.
that was in the first message that Weller sent me.
The point of even playing MMR anymore.
Was that he promised me that they were toning down the piss.
Should have been like, well,
That's
now I'm
kinda
not
funny.
coming.
That's
No, it's
fucking
pissing.
hilarious,
Not coming.
actually.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, come on now.
There's no piss, then what are we even here for?
I guess
Oh,
just watching
man.
Arksy shit his pants.
Was the only thing offsetting it.
I, for one, am glad to see the Pittsburgh bullshit gone.
I gotta
was never
I
a
think
say,
good thing.
everybody.
I
think
agree with
everybody
that.
is.
Yep.
Man,
So
Although
the
it will
cat
be
in the
hard
hat
not to
era.
slip of the tongue do that. Say that. Because it does roll off the tongue. Like that's why. Like it's just so easy. It's just such a small step
I've
over.
lived in
It's
this
just
city for
fine.
15 years, and I've never once accidentally said Pittsburgh. It's never happened. So,
Doesn't help that
um,
everything's fucking yellow there.
black and yellow.
Walking right into it.
Oh my god. Okay.
okay.
Well,
Okay.
Kat, I'm glad to see the change. I'm glad you're bringing in a new Pittsburgh.
I guess.
What are your?
See, you had to think about not saying it right there.
I didn't. It's so easy to say Pittsburgh. Oh, okay. So what?
So which way you're
What are your
saying it?
MLR highlights so far?
Well, there was a time during that first regular season game against the Chicago Cubs. It was my second ever at bat for Pittsburgh during the regular season. I hit a fucking 500 diff, followed immediately by a home run. So that was interesting, especially because who doesn't love to hit a home run to bring their GM in to score? 2-run home run.
Nice.
Yes,
Nice.
so that was a pretty cool moment. Granted, first game hitting a home run, I kind of thought there would be more. There's not been any more. um, so that was fun though. And then also MILR, I have been, I transitioned to the co-GM role of the Nantucket Pequod earlier in the season.
Pequod.
Pequod, because Ahab got promoted in White Sox, and we had some really awesome free agent signings, and we put a lot of work in, and we went from 0-4 to 4-4. So
Nice.
those are my
Nice.
notable
Nice.
highlights.
One of those victories was against me when I pitched my ass off, and you just happened to slap a single, steal a base, and then get a run in,
Oh,
and it was very sad.
yeah, we
Was it a
just
classic
not
just
two-out
bitter.
happened.
single when you have a runner on second?
He's not bitter.
Hey, I am bitter. I'm very bitter. You can tell how bitter I am.
I have also done the 0-8 to 8-8 MILR cannonball run. I've also done the
Hell
8-0
yeah.
to 8-8 cannonball run too.
Ooh,
But
ooh.
both are not fun.
No, highs and lows.
Okay, well, good.
Excuse me.
I'm hoping to do that in MLR at the moment, and I'll let you know how it goes. MLR gripes. So you got the highlights. You got any gripes?
Oh,
Mm,
the gripes.
no,
Best
not
part.
really. I don't. Everything's cool. I mean, I'm on committee, so if there were gripes, I know where to go.
That's right.
That is the place to gripe. Well, that's good.
I don't even
I'm
feel
glad
like
you enjoyed it so far.
I necessarily know enough to have gripes yet because the game's been running so long. Who am I to come in and have gripes right off the bat, you know?
I don't feel like that's how rookies normally should sound, so you should probably change that.
I'm
No,
I know
just
when I
just
came in,
rolling.
I knew way better than everybody else. So,
Naturally.
yeah,
As is tradition, when one group of people encounters an established group of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I feel you though, where you're just like not necessarily like an issue. You're just like, even if I maybe have an issue, there's probably a reason I just don't understand or something.
Yeah,
Rather,
yeah,
just like kind of a different thing. I don't know.
yeah.
I would just say read through that like channel when stuff pops up. A lot of stuff is like some stuff I think probably does fall in that category where you're just like, who am I to fucking like say like if somebody was like, oh, let's change like ranges from this to that,
Right.
which is like kind of also why you like just like ask people on your team and shit like about that, and also why there's two people for every team. But then there's like so many other shit where it's just like it's not even like common sense. It's like technical and just like it says right here the opposite of what it is over here, or like this thing makes it to where like this like some people will get like excluded from something or something like that. Like a lot of stuff really is just like it's an unintended consequence of how things are, or it's from something that is just no longer applicable sort of shit. So a lot of it isn't necessarily like I don't have the like longevity sort of to comment. And then there is other stuff where even I feel like that where I'm just like don't necessarily think I'm one to say one way or another whether or not we should like get rid of positions or not.
Sure.
Definitely should. Also expand while we're at it.
What was that last part, Leo?
We should expand. We should definitely
Yes.
expand. We should have more players on each team.
Oh
Yes.
gosh.
And also more teams.
Mhm.
Let's get the nationals and
I'll plug the third league idea once more.
yeah, let's
Big Pioneer
get
League.
let's
Big
get
Pioneer
Gib
League
2.
brought to you by Barbecue Water
Let's get
and
Gib
I can't
2.
Lost Mary Vapes.
I can't
A
wait
nice
until
alternative to
MLB
smoking
actually
cigarettes.
expands, and when MLB actually expands, then we have to figure out what to do with it. That's what I'm looking forward to.
Absolutely nothing.
Dude, there's gonna be at least 4 groups of people that are like really fucking mad about their new division. Really fucking mad about it.
Well, there's gonna be 4 different groups of what we should do
That
too.
too.
if we even get to expand.
I really love the NL East.
I was talking about real life baseball. We were talking about real life baseball, right? Like legitimately, I was talking about real life baseball.
It makes sense. I was not, but yes, it makes sense.
I mean,
Works both
that's just how it is with like any sport, I guess. Like any sort of expansion is just like you're gonna have like 2 to 4 group teams that get shuffled around and get fucked over and moved to the opposite league than they were historically in, or a different division than they were historically in. Like there's just no fucking way around it. You're always gonna have at least a few teams that do that.
I mean,
The
that's kind of
Cardinals
just life. Anytime you change
Yeah.
anything, you're pissing someone off.
Like you're gonna have a few people who are
Yeah.
just like these 2 groups have to fucking take this shit. Like
Got the short straw,
The-
buddy. I don't know what to tell
We
you.
got the fucking Astros in our fucking last
Listen,
MLB
I don't want to
swap.
talk about it. Don't want to
Fucking
talk about it.
bullshit. And then they were like, "Oh, by the way, we're in the AL now, so we're actually gonna try."
Yeah, I was gonna say like the Cardinals
kind
and
of
the
butt.
Astros had like a real hardcore like rivalry going, and then
You
the
want 'em back?
Astros it's like we're out.
You want him back?
Yeah, it's crazy.
I
don't
would take
want
him back. I
All
would
right,
take.
you can have him. I don't fucking want him. I hate him.
We need Shorty or something to tell us some other like historic MLB rivalries that were like
No,
totally
because Shorty's
destroyed by.
Shorty's just gonna tell us that the pitchers should still be hitting, and I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna get rage
True.
baited by Shorty again. Or 1965 idealist baseball. You should still be able. You should still be able to request high or low when from the pitcher. And I'm gonna bash
Can
my
I get
head
an
against my
underhand
desk.
toss?
Yeah.
Hold up,
Oh,
move the
Plate should
tobacco
be a
spit
literal
bucket closer.
plate.
I don't think Shorty's necessarily wrong on that one though. Just personally,
What? There's so many things that were just said. There's very
the
anger that
high
you
or
will
low.
get.
I think you should be able to request high or low from the pitcher. I think that
Pitchers
would
don't know.
balance out.
Pitchers can't command that these days. They're just fucking.
Not
they're
that's true.
just
That's
chucking
true.
it.
So fucking
Mac,
real,
stop
dude.
licking my elbow. Okay, you want to sit on my
No.
lap? Fine. Just stop licking my fucking elbow. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
Max is
Jackass.
kids.
I was about to say, you talk to your wife like that?
Yeah. Mac
No.
banana.
His husband.
Holy shit, that's creepy.
It's his hockey teammate. Don't fucking
Yeah.
lie, okay?
It's his partner on the
Did-
Boston Bruins.
Have you guys not seen Heated Rivalry?
I have
I've
not.
seen
No,
it,
no, I've not.
but
It is genuinely so
I've
worth it.
been
I'm
told
gonna.
that I
I'm
need to.
intrigued to watch it, but I think I might wait till later.
I've been told I need to because I'm everybody's token queer friend, and they're just like, "Wow, here's a show that has queer
Dude.
people in it. You should go watch it." I'm just like,
V,
Wow.
it has nothing to do with your orientation. It has
Oh, I
everything
know.
to do with the quality of television.
It has everything to
that
do with
it is.
hockey.
Oh, I appreciate. You know
fuck
me.
hockey.
I appreciate production quality one way or another. So that's why I'm like, I'm
I mean, if
intrigued
you
by
are
it.
into Foley work, you are going to
Watch
be
it for-
really impressed.
Watch it for the plot.
In the Foley work.
It's,
What if I'm interested in it for the hockey strategy? Am I
Yeah,
gonna be
Then watch-
disappointed?
Not
Then
gonna-
watch
you're not gonna get a
NHL.
lot. Yeah, you're not going to get a
So-
lot of that.
so there's this kids show from the pandemic on PBS, which has like PBS is great. They have this they have like their website and you can watch whatever for whenever
Yeah.
for free. And so there's this, it's called Mega Wow. And one of the episodes, this comedian from Portland, she makes like 8-minute episodes, and she's like, "This is how sounds in movies are made." And she like goes through like, "Do you think this sounds like rain, or does this sound like rain?" and whatever. And so she talks about Foley work. And so we watched that with the kids, and then go through a day. They go to bed, and wife is like, "Hey, let's turn that on." And then like I'm sitting there watching this show, and I just like the auditory experience of this dude blowing this other dude. It's like there's somebody in a room right now, like squishing
Yeah.
a sponge into something, making
Yeah,
that sound, and I'm just like,
Really,
it totally took me out
Dude.
of the moment.
just fucking
Totally
eat
took
some
me out of the moment.
watermelon.
dude.
Oh,
Can you fucking
gosh.
imagine? Can you imagine? So you're like a sound technician, right? And it's your second. It's like your first fucking week, and they're like, "Yeah, so you're gonna work on this show." They're like, "Oh, cool." Yeah, they're like, "So here are all like the sounds and stuff, blah blah. We also need to test out some new sounds." They're like, "Oh, cool. What's this stuff for?" Well,
Ed.
tell me, does that sound like a blowjob to you? Look around, you're just like, is this a fucking trick question? Is HR around the corner? I'm really nervous to answer. Like, what the fuck is that? How do they figure that shit out? You're telling me a bunch of dudes got in a room and they're like, hey, so like, what noise how are we gonna make this shit?
I got one idea.
Yeah,
Oh.
Steve, get over here.
out of the chat.
rough. Sorry,
That's fucking
sorry.
hilarious,
Yeah,
though,
this has
Chalk.
not been our best guest experience. All right, let's go back to the.
No, okay, hold up though,
We
hold
all
up
know
though.
it's-
I
we all know
will
it's
I will
the other
say,
day.
speaking of that though, my girlfriend and I were talking about this earlier today.
Blowjobs.
No.
you.
No. Completely different segue. One of her friends is pregnant and has two like little boys right now. One of them is, I think he's 4 or 5, and the other day she was driving and she was like somebody like cut her off or something, and she said like, "Oh my, like fuck this guy, like fucking this guy's like a fucking tiny dick or something." Like she was like road raging like a motherfucker, and now Alan, her kid, like says all the time, anytime that like his mom gets like mad at something, is always just like tiny dick, but he like chants it. So it's just like tiny dick, tiny. So like somebody, so like then like a couple days later, like they're driving again. Somebody like cuts them off or something, and Kayla goes like, "Oh motherfucker," and he's just tiny dick, tiny dick.
Oh.
It's so fucking
That's
funny,
very
dude.
cute. That's cute.
Yeah, fucking kids, dude. This is the same kid that helped. They came and helped my girlfriend change a flat tire. She got in the car, and they called it. They were like, he was like, "Oh, that's a big old tire." They're like, "Yeah, that's a tire," and he's like, "Oh, big old tire." And then every time he would see a tire, they're big old tires. He'd be like, "Oh, mom, look, big old tire."
Aw.
Like, yeah, that's a tire. Just like that big old tire. Like, yeah.
I
That's
guess
a
it's
big
pretty
old
big.
tire.
Tiny dick, tiny. It was like she was talking to her earlier today, and it was just like fucking Alan, dude. He's still chanting tiny dick at people.
Saying it.
Like,
Tried to get him to stop.
oh my god, I'm gonna have to tell her that.
Oh my
I think that's
gosh.
I
fucking
might have told the
hilarious.
story, but I worked on not saying things so that my daughter didn't hear them in the car, and so I said, instead of saying curse words, I said someone did something stupid. I said, "You're a really bad person," and she started crying. She's like, "I'm a good person." And I'm like, "I'm so sorry, kid. You are
I'm
a
a good person. I'm not talking to you.
No, 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 not
Oh,
you,
I
That's
not
felt
so
so
you.
fucking
terrible.
funny.
That's
Oh
so
my god.
sad.
I thought you were
Yeah.
gonna say that you were like in there just like cheese and crepes, just fucking just like saying the most outright. Dad gummit. Just
No, my
fucking.
kids do say biscuits, which is what
Mhm.
the people, the dogs on Bluey say. So the dad's like,
Oh.
"Ah, biscuits," and my son is like, he'll get like, he's like, "Can I get a treat?" And I'll be like, "No." He goes, "Biscuits."
Oh.
So it's pretty cute.
That's so cute.
One of my favorite It's
Yeah.
Always Sunny episodes. They're playing a game, and one of the rules on one of the rounds is no cursing, and they say biscuits a lot. Son of a biscuit, biscuit.
Yeah.
Just dadgummit, you son of a biscuit, biscuit.
It really works. It really works. Okay, so now we're at that point of the show, Kat, because this is this show
Yes.
where we say, "Do you have any questions for us?" The top 5.
Yeah. So, yes, there's that, first of all. Second of all, with all the combined experience and knowledge in the room, what piece of advice would you give to someone like me hoping to pursue a co-GM role in FCB and eventually, hopefully, at an MLR level?
Um, if so, when you're talking about FCB GMs, it's kind of just, especially when you're sort of well known, it's kind of just sign up and you'll generally get it. Now that being said, if if you get drafted highly and then like ghost everyone completely and never say anything ever again, you're probably not going to get it. But if you just continue to be like fairly seen in the community, all things considered, then you're more than likely to get a position as an FCB GM. And then pivoting that into a co-GM spot, that just comes down to sort of being willing to go anywhere. Um, there will be teams that will have co-GM spots open, and they may want you to do that role, but that may not be, the one of the sort of bigger ticket jobs, I guess. I don't know.
Hmm.
Teams that have some issues, they need to rebuild. Their club, they've autoed a few times last season. They need to get activity back up. Those are ultimately probably going to be the jobs that are needing a co-GM, and it's just that sort of being willing to accept anywhere
Hmm.
if you want a co-GM job versus like, okay, well, I want to be the co-GM for this team and only this team, and then
Right.
they're not open. They
Right.
have one already. So,
Sounds good.
and I can really resonate a lot with this one because it's literally the path I took.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
I think Leo nailed it. I'm sorry, V nailed it. Apologize, V. I think like I was just looking for help myself in Philly
Hmm.
because the person who was our co-GM just got super busy with life. Tao had so much going on. He has like 17 jobs and
Oh.
kids and a wife with a very demanding job and all this sort of stuff, right? Like they do a lot of things.
Mhm.
And so he's just like he got upset because he just couldn't be the sort of player that he wanted to be, and like it cost us a game, and he got pissed about it because he didn't want to cost us games. So
Mhm.
he's like, you know what, I got to step away. I got to do this, and if I can come back, awesome. If not, I'm just gonna not stress it out. And that's, I mean, I think most people are this way. We're a life first league, so
Mhm.
Oh
you
yeah.
should be
Oh, yeah.
supportive of people being like that. So like I posted in the transaction log, hey, we got a spot open for a GM I'm willing to trade for. Let's go. And so that stuff happens. People say these things, and if you keep your ears out, if you let your GM know, hey, I'm interested in this, you can also sign up to be a GM and be on the list for when like an opening happens, because that
Mhm.
does happen too. But like Leo said, like the places that are going to have open GMs are not going to be like your big name like Oakland's GM isn't going to go
Right.
open anytime soon. So and Leo's talking over there like you just go to whatever shitty franchise, and then he goes and he plays with people in San Diego as if he's not in like a dream job.
That was a special. Listen, we've done a lot of rebuilding in San Diego, and also it was definitely special circumstances. I was really good friends with Keo, now L, now Kiel, prior to that sort of free agency period being opened up. It was like I love the Padres. Let's not pretend that the Padres were some like dream location when I joined. Like I love them to death, but like there's been a lot of work and a lot of progress that has gotten us to the point where we are.
I'm going to
Nice.
think that the
A lot
Padres
of
were a dream
turnover.
destination.
Hey,
That's what I'm
whatever
going to
fit.
do.
Hey, the best narrative is the one that fits yours.
Exactly. Thank you. I'm glad you understand. But yeah, I think that's exactly what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. So,
Nice.
but yeah, let it be known. And I mean, hell, I'm not saying Weller's go anywhere, but Weller probably could use a hand, right? Is there a co-GM in Pittsburgh?
They've got 3 captains.
3 captains.
Mhm.
So, I mean, that could always be a spot. And I know that if I have a player who wants to be in like leadership, and they're like, hey, I want to be a GM, so make me GM.
Mhm.
I would rather do that than lose them. So,
It's fair.
so if I knew that, which I have heard that before, I would take them over whatever. So, and that's how I got Makoto. I knew, well, not Slime. I knew that
Slime.
he wanted to be in. That's what his new name is.
Yeah.
He wanted to be in leadership, and I knew him from other servers, and so I approached Robbie, and it took a while, but like, and Dayman had to take my favorite bird, but outside of that, like, it worked just fine. So,
I
Your
don't think Dayman had much
favorite
role in that.
bird.
Kiwi
Chopper, I'm
clearly.
Dayman,
waiting on that finder's fee, by the way.
what did you say?
I said I'm still waiting on that finder's fee, Kodo.
Oh, as if I wasn't already planning all sorts of things. Come on. But yeah,
Crazy ideas rattling around up in my head. Anyway, continue.
I sent you already Girl Scout cookies, so
And a very sweet note in there. We have
Yeah,
it
my
posted
kids.
on their fridge.
That's nice. My kid's a
Aw.
sweet kid. She did such a good job with that. I'm very proud of her.
She did.
So yeah.
I think they're all gone.
They do not.
Uh, we go to events where they sell them more, and we may keep restocking. So
There was a dude at our school who was a teacher, and his daughter was in Girl Scouts, and he was just slinging them to students. And let me tell you, he made like I'd be surprised if he came away with less than 4 digits.
wow,
Jeez.
wow.
Because I mean,
the
you have
way
to
to do
imagine
it.
it's a high school. People, the students actually like have money or their parents' money that they can go
Yeah.
spend, whereas you know middle school or below
Yeah.
that it's like begging their parents to go get it. But
Well, and they also don't have
they're
like
independent most of the
they
time.
also don't have like mortgages and shit that you shouldn't spend your money
No,
on. You'd spend it on cookies.
Just cookies. Just a lot of
Exactly.
cookies.
they get that instant gratification, and then the $6 is gone.
Yeah. And Kat, if you would like some cookies, my daughter is still selling them. I can send you her online link, and I will provide shipping. You can ask
Oh,
Stupido. I did that.
that's tempting.
You might get a sweet note.
Yep.
Aw, well, the sweet note sells it.
She did
Yeah,
she
for
did
real.
very good. You know what she did, Stupido? She wrote that out once. Like I helped her talk. I talked her through. Like I didn't tell her what to say, but I said what you need to say is something like this and this. And she goes, okay. And then she basically just said this and this, which kudos to you. Use the prompt in your answer. Way to go. And then she just said it off to the side and rewrote it for each person's new name and just like was like a little conveyor belt knocking it off. The
Aw.
efficiency that child worked with, I was so proud. Um, so
Efficient.
she had her own little system and everything. I was very proud of her.
That's so
So I
cute.
am very proud of her. She's a good kid. So
Aw.
so there you go. So that's that story.
Yeah. I'll say I have an answer to your question, I guess.
y-
Um, yeah, for like co-GM stuff, I don't know. All those what everybody else talked about, like there's a variety of sort of scenarios for that stuff where sometimes it's like a trade thing where somebody else is leaving and then it's like in the trade that you're just gonna get promoted and stuff and
Mhm.
all other sorts of things. So that just kind of is what it is. And then, like everybody else said, for the sort of main GMs, I mean, it's just yeah, it's normally places where like people don't want to go there, so they don't want to be the GM. So you have to be expecting that sort of thing, which
Flexibility.
yeah, usually always works out for people as long as you're flexible. I can think of like at least 5 or 6 people off the top of my head. For FCB stuff, I'll say there are so many people who apply for that. It's not even like a matter of like, I mean, what V said is right. Like, if you're like around and stuff all the time and like you're pleasant and
Reliable.
like able to handle stuff,
Mhm.
then you're you're gonna get picked unless
Gotcha.
there's 20 of those people who apply.
Right.
Yeah,
And if you're, but like you don't even have, it doesn't, it's not even that like deep to it. It's, you don't even have to be around that much to even get picked, but it's like a balancing act of if you're around just a casual amount, like not super around, but like you are here and there, but like you're not necessarily like a captain on a team or like anything like that. Like you'd still have just as much of an opportunity to get chosen, like 100%. And but it's like the first time that you lose your mind when you get like walked off in the bottom of the 10th inning, you're immediately off the list.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because it's like if I only have 30 interactions with you
Mhm.
and I'm like, okay, I have 30 interactions with you and I want you to like make sure that like 20, like 15 people are like having a good time and like gonna join,
Mhm.
and then you lose your fucking mind one of those 30 times, like you're not going to be on our list. You're
Right.
not going to
Lie
be
down
on my
the list.
list. If you're around all the time and you're genuinely pleasant and like can do whatever, then like yeah. And if you're not around all the time and you are genuinely pleasant and you ask questions about things and don't get easily frustrated, then you're also going to get chosen.
yeah.
Okay.
Like
If you're around at all and not an asshole, you're gonna
Takeaway:
do it.
be pleasant.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Which it's hard. It's hard to I'm learning for the first time. It is hard to lose and maintain happiness. But you know what? It's doable. It's totally doable.
Oh
This
yeah.
game is
Yep.
still fun even when you're not winning all the time.
And
Yeah.
that's
So
what like, and I say that as someone who
The
I
Cardinals.
got drafted first overall to the worst team
J-Man
in
is
the
like a
league.
curse on teams.
To the I
Oh.
got okay. This is the, like we were the worst. We when I got drafted to the Cardinals, we were the worst team, and we were one of the teams where like there had been a bunch of GM turnover,
Oh.
and it had been a bunch of different scenarios where like the first time it was their fault, the second time it was not their fault, and then it just fucking spiraled from there, and we were like the dregs of like nobody wanted to go there, et cetera, et cetera. Got drafted there. Everything was looking
Wow.
up. We immediately lost like our first 8 games, and we lost them all, almost every single one of them, except for probably 2 in extra innings. One of them being
Oh.
in the bottom of the 13th inning,
Oh my gosh.
Woodcutter
And
Jones.
we're on game of the moment the entire time,
Yeah, 'cause it's the
Oh.
last game
and we
going.
had not won. And everybody was like, "Oh, can't wait until you're the first overall pick, and it's gonna be so that way you're gonna have a bunch of experience when you guys pick your next one next year."
Oh
And then
no.
You do it all
that's
again.
exactly what we did. Is we had the first overall pick the next year, and then the
Drinking
minor
it.
league team that I was co-GM of, we also lost our first 8 games.
Oh, that's so
And
rough.
then, yeah, and then the next year in
Basically, we got a
St. Louis, we
around
made
this
the
point.
playoffs, and then minor league team still did not do very good, but that's okay. And then moved to Seattle, and we barely made the playoffs, or did not. I can't even remember. But see, like at a certain point, it's like I can't even fucking remember because it's like you start to not necessarily like that's like one part of it. But like as soon as you can just not like let it fuck with you, like it just is what it is. Like I've had to be in Maine like solving problems or like
Mhm.
having like conversations with people. Wow, we're just actively fucking getting just absolutely fucking
Don't
destroyed.
pass.
Where you're just like, oh yeah, just fucking watching game discussion, just getting fucking blown up, and you're just like, don't mind me, just over here doing something else. Like, just is what it is. If that shit causes you to lose your mind, like, I'm not gonna trust you to fucking keep other people from losing their fucking minds when that shit happens. Because it is fucking
Yeah.
frustrating when you're
Yeah.
just like, just did all that fucking shit. A week and a half just to fucking motherfuckers to fucking swing 69 and fucking beat us at the last
Yeah.
second. These mother came back, was down by 4, came back, tied it, went up by 2, dropped it back to fucking tied, got down again, tied it up again, just fucking like motherfucker. Like if you're gonna crash out over that shit and be crash out about it privately or on a
Sure,
podcast.
sure. Yeah.
Go to the, go to
Or a
the dugout.
podcast.
Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
the dugout.
That's
Do
the
it in
lesson.
Maine.
Crash out privately.
Crash out with tact.
Yes. Hey, go to
If at
game
all possible.
discussion. Go to game discussion. Say GG, and then go back to your clubhouse and get really
Yeah.
mad about it.
Yeah, and then get really fucking mad about it. And then forget about that shit like 3 days later until
Right.
somebody brings it up.
It's the natural cycle.
Yeah.
I think FCB is different than MLR in that we really care about two things: don't auto,
Mhm.
and make sure your players learn the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's where in MLR it's more of you just need to handle 17 other clubhouse and make sure that they're playing and that they stay relatively happy. It's a little different in that we
Sure.
need you to teach
Yeah.
the game to someone, to
Yeah.
up to 18 other people, and make them ready when their time comes up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
One thing I
It's like you're
will
teaching
say.
them not to fucking auto. It doesn't really you don't really fucking care if they do. It's
Right.
bad for you. I don't fucking care. I mean, it's
It's
whatever.
one
It's gonna
thing.
fuck our team, but
I
that's
meant
I
that
don't
more
care
as
about the
a
results.
we're going to let players auto in FCB usually at least once, but I don't want it to be like we autoed because I slept. It was
Yeah, yeah.
more
There's
of
like there's 2 people waiting to
right.
fucking be put in.
You're
It's one
coming
thing
into the
like if it just
GM
fucking
lounge and you're
yeah.
like, hey, this person's not showing up. I'm going to let them auto. Cool. At least we know you're watching.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Or
Makes
like
sense.
there was one scenario last season too where like that happened and they had a bench person, but that person was like camping. It was just like there's no fucking
Oh.
point to sub this person in right now. Like the next time this player comes up, if they're gonna auto, then we'll sub them in because they're gonna be back. And it was just like, yeah, fucking course. But it's like
Yeah.
it's shit like that where it's like in a fucking real game, you just be like, dude, fucking find someone, even if it's a fucking pitcher. Like, what are you talking about? Like, there's
Right.
ample people.
I've thrown a pitch in a MLR once or twice because all of our batters were asleep, or no, all of our pitchers were asleep. Got the
I've
fucking catcher trotting out there just lacing one.
I've
Just one pitch
facilitated
in.
that.
You did.
Well, I have facilitated one of those for a team I was on when I was just like, well, we have to do this, so
Wonder
it
who
is
did
what
it
it
when I
is.
wonder who did it when I did it. I don't know.
If it's to avoid an auto, then like it has to be approved, but
Allowable.
it's always just an approval. So it's like you have to just go say you're doing it, so that way someone sets the override. But anyways, that doesn't matter. That's the other thing, though, too. Like, you don't have to be a GM to get like that sort of stuff. Because I mean, I'm not. I haven't been one.
Mhm.
Wasn't that by choice though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Has been and hasn't been.
And I mean, fair.
Been
Like,
both.
you got to do
Yeah.
what's best for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
He can
Fair
see GM
enough.
Lounge. Yeah, he can see all he needs to.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
It's the only
everywhere.
benefit.
this isn't my podcast.
It's not your
Podcast.
podcast.
If this is the podcast episode is not for me. If you want to ask me those
Oh.
things, that's not the
Interview
question.
Dayman
Or
next
that's more
episode.
so what I meant to say. Like that wasn't the question. We're not talking about that.
Dayman's the
Yeah.
guest next episode. Got it.
Yeah, we'll work on that one.
I mean, we could go number ones back to back.
That's
Gentle plug.
crazy.
Heyo.
They wouldn't know
Yeah.
anything about that, Cat.
You're so right. Let's go to the season 8, number 1.
Calvin.
Go backwards in history. Is that Calvin?
Yeah.
Or is it Princess?
Well, it gets a little muddy
It's
technically
a little
because of a
fucky.
pirates
Red Crown.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It
of the
depends
fire.
on what you're categorizing. Me personally, I think it's Calvin.
Not that you're biased in any way.
Do we do
I'm-
Calvin? I feel like we haven't.
No, we definitely
Uh,
haven't. I wouldn't say
yeah, we
that I
did.
am biased. I mean,
We had
I
Calvin.
am biased,
Oh, we had Brent.
but I don't.
Sorry.
I'm not making
had
that
Brent.
decision out of
That's
bias. I
fine. It
think
goes by
that is
Bob.
the right decision.
Do Calvin? No, never mind. It's never mind. We're doing the top 5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do Calvin
Stay
at some
on.
point.
Stay on the rails here.
Yeah.
Are there any other questions you might have for us?
I believe that covers everything.
Okay, that's it. You don't have to have other questions, but if you do,
Thank God.
Rapid fire. Favorite color.
I wasn't prepared.
Purple.
red.
Blue.
7.
That's
7.
not a color.
D9.
Oh my gosh.
Also not a color.
Can't take that kid anywhere.
I'm very
I
disappointed
hate
in
this
you.
guy.
Blurple.
Oh, purple.
He said blurple. I hate him.
Plurple? Plurple?
I think he said Slurple. I honestly think he
Slurple's.
said Slurple.
No, that's what they do in Heated Rivalry.
That's how they make the noise.
Oh no.
Oh
Rivalry
man.
got brought up on a podcast episode.
Call back.
Hey, Chuck, maybe they use frozen bananas.
Oh my
God.
gosh.
My headset died.
There's
right
been a
at
lot
the
of banana
very end,
jokes
but-
lately that I don't appreciate.
We can stop Craig, and I'll just cut the last.
Well, say
Everything
goodbye.
after
Thank you,
Blurple.
Kat. Thank you, Kat.
Bye.
for coming on.
My headset died for like 5 seconds.
Thank you guys.